Hey YouTube, Lord Alex here, and I've got another video about knives. Today we're talking about Morakniv from Sweden. I've actually got several of these things, but they have a new one, or is fairly new, called the robust model, or a heavy duty model, which has got a much thicker blade on it, and it's got a little bit more of a square spine on it here. This one's brand new. I have not used it. I got it in the orange because this is going to be kept in my truck. I've got a little oh shit emergency bag in my truck. It's a little small. Just got a canteen and a knife and a couple little small things in there. This is one I had been using for a little bit until I replaced it with another one this color in the robust, because I like the robust a little bit better. These are awesome knives. These are actually the companion model, which is a version of the clipper. I like this version the best because of the handle. I believe these have a slightly longer tang than some of the other models. I think some of the other models only come to here and it's got a little bitty rat tail. These come down at least halfway, maybe a little bit longer, and the robust models are even come down even farther than that. I think they have like a 3/4 tang. It's a little bit thicker. I like these knives a lot. I like these knives even more. You can see here the camera. This is probably twice as thick as this one is, and you can tell there's a little bit more weight to it. So if you need a super light knife, go with the regular Mora. If you don't mind an extra ½ ounce or whatever it is, I would get the robust model. These knives, if you don't know about these knives, these things, when you buy them, they are probably the sharpest knife I've ever gotten out of a box. Ever. I mean, ever. They've got this Scandinavian grind on here, and it's there's no secondary edge. It just goes from here all the way down to razor. And these things are amazingly sharp. Amazingly sharp. They are carbon steel. They are easy to keep the edge on. I try not to get my knives too dull, because then you've got to resharpen it. I try to just, after I use them, to hone them just a little bit and keep them where they are. I actually, on this other Mora here, I had to file this top piece here with my file to get an actual square 90-degree edge on here to throw sparks off a ferro rod. These, I haven't tried it yet, but they have a pretty good edge on them. They have a pretty good, there's a finished spine here. I want to say these are a couple dollars more, but just a couple, and definitely worth it. I think these run about $15 or $16, and I think these are $20 maybe, which seems a little bit high for some of the Mora knives you can buy for, you know, $10 or $12. Even the $12 knives, worth every penny. Buy them up. But this is about the robust model. The handle is identical. It's just the blade. Blade is thicker. I haven't found out yet if the thicker blade affects the cutting ability, because of course it's going to be a different angle of grind here, because you're going from a thicker stock here down to the same edge. So that might affect a little bit of some of its biting power. I don't know yet. These are good for quite a few different things. I've now turned this into my big skinning knife, since I've got a couple of these big robust ones. I prefer the little bit thicker blade and a little bit longer tang. So now this is what I'm going to be using for skinning deer and a little bit larger animals. I've got a smaller knife, cold steel knife, that I use for squirrels and things like that. It's actually a neck knife, but it's a Skinner blade, so that's what I use for that. And I also will be making a video of this thing right here. This is not a Mora knife. This is called a Wahoo Killer. And it's a copy of the Mora knife, but they cost less than $2 each. And we'll talk about that in my next video. Right here, guys, if you don't have a Mora knife, buy a Mora knife. If you've already got a regular Mora knife, buy a companion. You'll like it. It's got a nice sticky rubber grip. It doesn't hang on clothes, but it's really good in your hand, even if your hands are wet or got blood all over them from skinning something or cleaning a fish or whatever you're doing. They've got really good, I guess they're plastic, but they're really good sheaths. They've got a notch in the back. What I use my notch for is to hold this knot right here. So that way, if you're going to wear it around your neck, it stays in one place. It doesn't move around. And then I take this knot out. I pull it around the top, like so. Put my knife in there. And now I have a secondary hold to keep my knife in place. See how that works there? So even if for some reason, I mean, even without this, your knife's not coming out of there. That's really good retention. It clicks in there nice and sturdy. But now, if for some reason I need a little bit of extra holding power or whatever, retention, put this on there and tighten that up, snug that up, and it's definitely not going anywhere. That's how I keep that rigged up. I don't have a lanyard on this one anymore. I took the lanyard off and put it on my other robust model that I carry, and it's also got a fire steel on it and a little sharpener that, just in case I ever need to use it, a little GI sharpener, and a big heavy duty sewing needle in the back. Alright, well I guess that's about it. These are my favorite Mora knives. These now a little bit more so than these, but these are still really, really good knives if you like the thinner blade. Like I said, they do not come with a finished spine, so you might want to take your file and file down part of the edge right here. You can see I have right here, but it will throw sparks. I guess that's about it. I'm about to be making another video throwing this guy in, so stay tuned for that. Thumbs up, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. You know what you're doing. I'll be back in another video. Thanks for watching.